The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his first look is incomplete.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Second and 10.
They'll run it with Sproles. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You look at this Niner defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Let's go. Here's Kaepernick. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Gore. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And a good welcome for a guy who had some great years as a 49er, Andy Lee, on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Breeze.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Breeze. Touchdown! A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Kaepernick now to throw. Smith catches left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion right is Smith.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Niners at 13-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Second and 17 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Mason Rudolph, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Brees going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Breeze. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Breeze. The connection made. It's Graham. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Kaepernick going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Again, it's Kaepernick. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. In motion, left goes Crabtree. Kaepernick to throw again. Crabtree with it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, set.
To throw, it's Kaepernick.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
That is caught, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gore will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with goal. And this time he is in. Mason Rudolph with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Taken at the goal line.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Breeze now. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Breeze. Launching one for Henderson. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Kaepernick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot. kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Kaepernick. Drops it underneath to Gore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Complete. Smith has it.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. On the handoff, it's Gore. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And no room to run. Might have gotten a yard. That's all. Second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle to Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One quarter remains here in Week 16.
Okay, ready? Ready? Check go.
To throw is Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Go!
On first down, it's Gore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now Kaepernick. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. A dump off here for Gore. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On play action, it's Breeze.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, now Breeze.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll try and choose some clock with Gore. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
This is first and 10.
Now Breeze.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
That is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now third and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw, Breeze. He's got a man, complete.
Down the right sideline.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra. So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go.
Now Gore, handoff left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mason Rudolph halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the 49ers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Breeze to throw.
and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw is Breeze. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was a